you doing? This actually is going to be my first overnight of 2014. I came in last night. It was about 4 in the morning, and it was -5 degrees with a -20 wind chill factor. And I really wanted to film last night, but guess what? Yeah, freaking camera froze and wouldn't come on. So I was going to try to take some shots with my cell phone, and I was having the same problem. It kept shutting down on me. It's probably, I want to say, at least 1 o'clock right now. The sun's coming up. I'm underneath this ledge. The sun's hitting it. And according to my temperature gauge, it is 78 degrees in the sunlight. And this one right here, same thing, 78 degrees. So I'm going to get some lunch going, and whatever happens today happens. I really don't have anything planned. I'm just pretty much going to wing it. Yeah, it's going to take a little while to boil in this weather. The real temperature is at least 28 according to my gauge, but we're going to have good old beef stew. This is one of my favorites. We're up to a roaring bubble here. I'm going to get my beef stew rehydrating, and while that's going on, we're going to take a look here at my Molly 2 pack and look at the winter setup and talk about some of the gear I'm carrying with me. Now, that is hot as hell. Hang on a second. You think in the middle of wintertime I still wouldn't burn myself? Yeah. Alright. Let's get that started. You do carry a lot more gear in the winter than you would in the summertime. My sleeping bag weighs, it's pretty heavy, so it's right around 6 pounds, but it's rated at -15 degrees, which means it's good about freezing. And I do carry a wool blanket with me too. So set this aside and take a look at some of the stuff I got on my pack. Okay, well, I got this pack set up. If you notice down here, we got my tech sport tent, which I've been using in the winter time. I've been experimenting with this right here, and I'll show you more about that in a later video when I get all the bugs worked out of it. But this is designed to make it a 3 or a 4 season tent. It's a little extra support for it. In fact, I think I got a video on my Facebook page. Under the tent, let's go ahead and pull this out. Got my wool blanket. You cannot go wrong with, she got all cut to crap. Wool blanket here, and I've got it in a trash bag because I just don't want to get it full of dirt or snow when I'm hiking, and set the pack down. This is the sleeping bag section. And this little bugger right here is where all my weight's coming from. Okay, this one, I lied to you. What is it? This is rated at -10, but it's an old Pequin Coleman bag. It's not bad. It's a synthetic, so if it gets wet, it'll still stay warm, but it is heavy. Seal that little booger back up. The thing I like most about the Molly 2 pack is the sleeping bag goes inside the pack, and instead of hanging on the bottom of it, it keeps it a little bit more cleaner and drier. A couple other items. Very thick gloves come in handy. Of course, got my Globe Zero solar panel charger, so I can charge my batteries up, and it looks like it is good. That didn't take as long as I thought. Right here is this little pouch I attach to the Molly 2. Basically the stuff I need to get to pretty quick. I've got just a little basic shovel. You can get at Wally World, 10 stakes, and the strap to hang the pack from a tree. And that's the same as my summer setup, so that hasn't changed any at all. Of course, inside the bag, this It's not really that much at all. I don't carry extra clothes with me because pretty much everything I got on is what I need. But I do keep the Sawyer squeeze, and this is the mini. And remember, if you use this, you need to keep it warm. If it freezes, it'll damage the filter. So if you have to use it, keep it on your person and in your sleeping bag. Simple fire starters, more gloves, can't go wrong with them. This is a lighter, and I'll tell you what, it is useless. Oh, it was useless this morning, but it would appear it is working right now because it kind of froze on me. And that's about it for in here. This extra cup for the Stanley towel. The side pockets are the same as my normal setup, so you don't need to see that. Let's go look at the food I'm carrying. Of course, I've got my mountain house, and I do carry a little bit more food in the winter than I do in the summertime because, well, I just eat a little bit more. But of course, we got our quick snacks, the oatmeals with the raisins, really good, and the double hot chocolate, you all know I like. And the meals I got with me today: granola with blueberries, breakfast skillet, chili mac. For lunch, we're having beef stew, and last night for dinner I had beef stew, and for snack I think it was a granola bar. There might have been a Cliff Bar, I don't remember. Water-wise, I've got 32 ounces in an Nalgene water bottle, which I kept in the sleeping bag with me to keep from freezing. And then I also carry at least 3 16 ounces of these little waters. And I do keep them in a Ziploc bag because I keep them in the foot section of my sleeping bag. And the last thing I want to do is have one of these suckers snap open on me. Of course, the thermal rest. This is a must in the winter time. What I do is I roll the thermal rest out, put the wool blanket on top of it, and snug in with the sleeping bag and cover it with the wool blanket. I'll do a video on that next time I get my camera heated up at night, and I'll show you my tent setup. It's really kind of neat. Of course, my little fuzzy sleeping hat. Everybody made fun of me for getting one of these, but this thing was freaking warm last night. So I'll tell you what I'm going to do now is I'm going to have some lunch, and we'll pack this up. And while we're having lunch, I need to put a quick charge on my battery on my camera with the Globe Zero. And I think I'll shoot some footage of me hiking out of here. It sounds like fun. Okay, my area is all nice and cleaned up. Can't tell I've been here. Next part of the project is we got to get down there somewhere. And I'm not ready to go home yet, so I think we're going to do some exploring. I know of a great little cliff. I think we'll head that way. Have some double hot chocolate and a little snack, and we'll just kind of make a day of it. See what else happens. I've made it down. Now the next project is, and I'm going to be honest with you, I don't know where I am, but I know what direction I came from, because I got to find my tracks. There's a game trail right here. So I think I'm just going to hike along here, follow this game trail. Whoop, lost a glove. Right, we're good. And maybe I'll run across, okay, we've got a orange trailblaze. So I should, I don't know if I want to follow a trail or find my original footprints. Yeah, but damn, there I am. Yep, those are my footprints. Okay, I'm going to follow these out. We're at the crossroads. If I go north, which is that way, that's where I was camping at last night. And I've already seen that, so that's where we came from. And I think, got a little game trail here. And if you notice, this trail tape, that's mine. I put that here last year when I was marking trails out. Actually mapping this trail. So I know this will go to a really cool cliff. So I think we're going to go this way. I pretty much slid down that hill. And a minute ago you could hear a bird laughing at me. And I don't know where he is now. figures. I get the camera out. He's nowhere to be found. So we're going to trot up this hill. Actually, gently go up this hill so I don't fall again. If you look over there, there is a frozen lake. And at the top of this hill should be a really cool cliff. And I think we're going to have some more double hot chocolate when I get to the top. I am no longer lost. I know where I am. Next goal is to find this place, and we're going to sit down and make some double hot chocolate. In case you're wondering, yeah, it's cold. I need to be really, you know what? I think I'm going to go up and over instead of risking that. That's a long way down. Stay on the high side here. Yeah, there's no more tracks up here but deer. I'm not sure where the other hiker went. That doesn't look too good. Let's I think I'm going to put you away and I'm going to go up. I was looking for a spot to set up there on the cliff, but too darn windy. So I think this is either a service road or a toboggan run because it's pretty damn steep. I'm going to hike up there and around the corner and find some rocks to duck into and then have my rest break there. The temperature's dropping and the sun is setting, so I bet, judging by the sun, I bet it's close to about 5 o'clock. It might be. So yeah, I'm gonna stroll up this road, I think. And there's some human footprints, but a lot of deer track. So this is a deer run. We might see some deer on the way up. Okay, this is taking a lot longer than I thought. This is a road. Look underneath of it. You see that? It's all ice. I'm taking baby steps. I mean, really small ones. Kind of wishing I had those micro spikes right now. Whoops. Be a lot easier getting up this hill. So I'm not moving fast at all. Oh Lord, take a little break. Oh boy. Funny story. I was hiking along, doing my little baby steps up the hill, and I got a little case of the hiker's euphoria. Some of you know what I'm talking about, and others that don't. It's kind of hard to explain. It's where you kind of lose track of time and get caught in the moment, and before you know it, you're at your destination. So basically I made it back to the trailhead and totally forgot to make my double hot chocolate, which is fine. I'll make it when I get home. Couple things. One, if you've been following me along on my Facebook page throughout the day, I upload pictures from where I'm at, some of the locations and things like that. Now I didn't get a chance to upload any last night because apparently electronics do not work in -5-degree weather for the crap at all. And I'll give you a quick for instance. In fact, some of my pictures are already disappearing now. And I'll show you this real quick. If you look right there, there's my pictures. Been kind of disappearing on me. But luckily I've uploaded them. It's not that big a deal. In fact, it looks like my phone's about ready to take a crap. But anyway, so throughout the day I kind of talk to friends on Facebook when I take little rest breaks, so on and so forth. You know, kill a little time. Because I don't like rushing through a hike. I'm just enjoying it too much. And I've been talking to my friend on there, Jason. And Jason K. I'm going to dedicate this video to him. He's a little been under the weather for a week or so, and he thinks he's either got a bad case of the flu or pneumonia. So I said, you know what? I'll dedicate this video to you, and hopefully you'll get better. So Jason, get better, brother. This video's for you. Another thing, it's been a really fun day. It's been really trying and challenging, and I enjoyed the heck out of it. Just a little heads up, if you do want to do cold weather, extreme weather camping, and you've never done it before, it's a really good idea to test that out in your backyard. Test your gear out, test your tent out, because a couple of things, you're going to have a lot of problems. You know, it's a big mental and physical challenge to your body. Yeah, it's one big freaking deer. Anyway, it's really physically and mentally challenging to your body, because one little accident or mistake can spiral out of control in no time and you'll get yourself in trouble. So just please be careful. You carry a lot more gear. If you notice, this pack is loaded down and most of the weight is my sleep system, because I've got the sleeping bag, the thermal rest, and I carry the wool blanket with me. And that's a lot of weight, and you got to get your body used to that. This pack probably weighs in close to 40 pounds. Now, you don't have to carry that much water because there's snow everywhere and it's not that hard to melt it down. So let's check out our final temperature here. And I think this reset about 9 o'clock this morning sometime. So the minimum was 28 degrees. We're at 36 now, and maximum was 83. And we got the 83 degrees from sitting in the sunlight on that cliff back there. Let's see, what else? Yeah, this one says 20 degrees. So somewhere in between 20 and 36 is what the temperature actually is. I hope you enjoyed my just kind of the winging it, I guess we'll call it the winging it video. I just kind of came out and just did whatever. I hope you enjoyed that. Big bird. Really big bird. I'd like to recognize the channel real quick. If you guys get a chance to watch Travis with Surviving Without, he's got a video about cold weather conditioning, how he conditions his body for cold weather camping. Really good. You want to check it out. I don't want to give anything away, but it's really good. Another good one is Kenneth Cram. His last video, he's doing some experimenting with making a ninja hammock, and he uses basically, it's like a scarf, a real long scarf, and he makes a hammock with it. The first time he did it, he kind of failed, but he actually succeeded and made it work. And then he did a second part to the video where he did like a cocoon setup, and it's a really good idea, and it gave me some ideas on a hammock design I'd like to try a little bit here in the future. So if you get a chance, check him out. It's Kenneth Cram, and I'll put the links down below as usual. So I'd like to thank you for coming along on my journey, and I hope I haven't bored you too much, because like I said, this has just been a wing it video. Like always, thanks for watching.